I can no longer have conversations with idiots. Let's not desire sociability to the point where we sacrifice our intelligence just for a level of somebody around. This is all very surgical, and nobody matters to me but me right now. There is something that I need to do that I haven't done yet, that will have an impact on my life. But it's being sold to me that that it's not a good thing. You want to quit something, but something keeps enabling you to do it. Like, I hate doing this. I absolutely hate doing YouTube. I hate being on this shit. But something, an environmental thing, keeps enabling me to do this. Something that I hate doing. Why would I enjoy doing YouTube? What's in it for me? Nothing. Why would I do something where there's nothing in it for me? It is truly a waste of time. Truly. But yet, when I woke up from a cat nap, the first thing I felt was the feeling that I was still sleeping. And I was okay with that. And the content of my dream that I had was not anything necessarily pleasant. Very dark ambiance, very moisture laden ambiance, like a constant dripping. No words can describe the feeling properly because the feeling is just the feeling. There's no such thing as words describing a feeling. Words just play a part in the feeling, but they are not the end all be all of a feeling. Meaning, what you say to me is not the entirety of how I feel. And what I say to you is not the entirety of how you feel. It's just a means of releasing a feeling that's already there. What comes first, the words or the feelings? The words are always secondary to the feeling. The feeling is the feeling. The feeling is the fucking feeling. And nobody talks about that. So why are we talking? What are we describing when we talk? Most of what I do is compensating for those who don't speak how they really feel. So I have to take up the slack. They can't hang, and I don't like them. They pop in and they pop out. Popularity is not something I'm in here for because most people suck. Why would I want to be popular? Popular to who? The brain dead? Popular to who? People who are dead inside? Popular. Popular. Who's trying to be popular? Is that like a thing out here? People trying to be popular? What does popular mean? I'm already bored. liked, admired, or enjoyed by many people. Am I popular? According to a security guard at a certain bar, yes, I am popular. That's something that he said to me Saturday night or Friday night. Saturday night, yeah. I know this because my head was shaved. It had to have been Saturday night. I was sitting at the end of the bar and he walks up to me. He's like, you're really popular around here. And I said, no, I didn't know that. He said, yeah, a lot of people really like you. And I said, do they? Because I didn't know I had many friends. It's amazing to me how many people like me in real life, but I don't feel that they like me. Because are we friends? If you like me, what do you mean by liking me? I like you. I like you a lot. Do you now? That's awesome. So that means what for me? What's in it for me, you liking me? I really like you. And what's in it for me, you liking me? People who say I like you act like they did you a favor. I really like you. Did I need you to? I didn't know that I needed you to. So it's like you're giving me a need that I didn't have and saying you solved a problem for me. Like people come up to me, I really like you. And it's always those people who tell me that. They're always doing the most for my attention. What's the goal here? As it stands today, as much as my fucking head is on a screen right now, I'm not in the mood for anybody. It's an interesting place to be at. Things get on a loop, things feed other things that feed other things, and you're just stuck in this loop of what's feeding this. And just eliminating one thing doesn't remove the other thing. What's feeding this? One thing feeds another thing, which feeds another thing. It's a supply chain of feeding itself. See, if you're trying to get to the root of what's possessing you to do things, you have to get to the root of what's feeding it. What's driving that? What's feeding that desire? If we live in such a great world and everything's fine, which is why nobody's expressing how they really feel, meaning everything's fine. Because, yeah, you don't have anything to express in terms of feelings when everything's fine. Because everything's fine. So there's no problem. So if everything's fine, because nobody's expressing how they really feel, then what's the problem? Either everything is fine or everything is not fine. Can't be both, bro. And I do feel in this moment, but I'm not sure. I feel in this moment this is my last stream for a while. There's a certain level of trust that goes into me saying that because I know what feeds me to do this stream. So I also know what will cause me to not do this stream. But I have no surety of that happening. That's called the future. So I just keep doing this stream every day. It's just one stream. It's all one stream. Because the stream is me and I'm here every day. I am the live stream. that never stops. The camera's irrelevant. We're getting close to throwing our computer away. Of course, there will be a feeling of loss when you get rid of a demon, but you'll survive. I can no longer allow the familiarity to reign supreme in my mind, as if I have so many friends, when of course I don't. That is but a nightmare, but a dream. I only have 3 real friends. Sometimes we create things that are not there to survive. Imaginary friends. And we utilize people's faces to make that happen because we are adults. We are not watching cartoons and making a stuffed animal our friend anymore. We've just transferred that stuffed animal, that stuffed teddy bear, to a person, and we pretend that person, that human being, is our friend when they're not. One has to decide, and that's what I'm deciding now. One has to decide how much you will tolerate from somebody before you say goodbye. And if the goodbye has to be a for real goodbye. And ultimately, the only way for me to say goodbye to a lot of falsehood and demons is to throw my computer into the trash. How else do you get rid of fake friends in the modern age but throw your computer in the trash? You know. Does it go away? When you throw your computer in the trash, do the fake friends go away? Or is it just more of a deleting the app, and that's what makes the fake friends go away? We don't want fake friends. We don't want fake friends, so we will not tolerate anything less than real and all around, because that is how we respect ourselves. And it sucks because you realize how very few human beings are your real friends. It's a shitty process, but thanks to my dream that I had, which was a lot like Inception, then you realize that your dreams are what you're living, because you wake up one day and you realize, holy shit, I'm living everything that I dreamt about 3 years ago. And that's why everything feels so familiar, and we call that deja vu. And only you can know that about yourself. Nobody else can know that, because they're not dreaming your dreams. And so you realize you're alone in your dreams. You realize you're alone in your life, really. Who do you really have it to share it with? Because you're stuck in your own vessel. You're stuck in your own body, alone. Trapped in your own body. Nobody shares your body with you. So you're in your own body alone. And no one will save you from any of your addictions that you are addicted to. No one will save you from any of your problems Nobody will save you from any of your nightmares. Your biggest nightmare, nobody else can experience that but you, because it's your nightmare. It is your pain. It is your dream. And you are alone in that. I do absolutely feel alone right now. This is not something I feel very often in terms of acutely, like acute aloneness. And I know that I'm carrying someone's energy inside of me because I accepted them into my heart. And when you do that, you open yourself up to their energy. That's what it means to have an open heart. You take all of them in to your heart, and now they are a part of you. When you do not open your heart, nobody comes inside of you. It's just you alone, which is far worse than actually opening your heart to other people's pain and suffering. It is better to share the suffering and the pain than to refuse somebody else's pain and you just remain alone because you have a closed heart. We have 5 senses, right? And I could refer to each sense as a brain because the sense itself is thought. The eyes are thinking. The ears are thinking. The nose is thinking. The nose is thinking, right? The body thinks. The mouth thinks because it senses, right? And thank you for Mary Jane for making this stream possible. So yes, you can absolutely categorize this live stream in your archives as under the influence of powerful drugs. Therefore, nothing I say should be trusted because anyone who speaks while under the influence of drugs is crazy or psychotic or mad. However, albeit historically, and that means going back in human time, meaning before we lived many, many years ago, spanning before your greatest grandparents. Historically, every prophet, every mystic, every wise person that taught people what to do and what to think were on potent drugs. That is how we get religion. And religion is how we get government. And government is how we get agriculture. And agriculture is how we get the military. And military is how we get religion. And religion is how we get government. And it just feeds on itself. So it's okay if I'm alone in this. It's okay if I don't share understanding with anyone else, because that's what makes it scary. You see something that other people don't see, and you're trying to get them to see it, and they won't see it. So you feel rather alone because their eyes don't see what you see. You say, look, there it is. And you're like, look at it, you know? And they look, but they don't see. You say, here, listen, listen, just listen. You say that to them. And they don't listen. You always feel like you're screaming and nothing is coming out, right? This cat utilizes telepathy, a very ancient skill that has been lost because it requires absolute all usage, full occupancy of your senses to produce that signal. That he senses when I'm awake. I woke up from my nap and I said, "Where's Kitty?" And I heard, "Meow." Because he knows that I sense him and I'm open with my whole heart to his energy so he can communicate with me without really saying anything. He can sense when I'm looking for him and he says, "Here I am." He senses me. And the greatest form of communication requires no words. It's just pure feeling. And that ultimately is my favorite form of communication. Not talking. Many people think I love talking because they see me on YouTube. I view talking like I view eating. It's a means to an end. It's a means of transportation. You know, the transportation literally is words coming out of my mouth and going into your ears, meaning they traveled. So we're talking about sound as transportation, because that's what sound is. Sound can only be transported, you know. That's all Wi-Fi is sound transportation. Sound must travel. There's no such thing as sound that does not travel. Otherwise, that is not sound, you know. So that is why I view communication as a means to an end, because are we talking just to talk, or how are we utilizing our speech? Speaking is a tool. It's literally a tool. You know, speaking is just a tool, right? I suppose, you know, I mean, we're just going to take the pleasure out of everything, right? Because how can I enjoy utilizing what is a tool? I mean, is there pleasure in a tool? Speaking as a tool, you know? Is talking pleasurable for people? Now, I do enjoy talking, but I do enjoy not talking. It's interesting how that works, you know. It's like I enjoy drinking water as much as I enjoy not drinking water, because can't do that all the time. You know, kind of like I enjoy sex, but also do not enjoy sex because I literally cannot have sex all the time, you know. I enjoy eating, but I also enjoy not eating because I can't eat all the time. I enjoy both, right? But at this point, there is something in the ether that I am beating down. So I am utilizing more words than usual, because a lot of my speech throughout the day, in terms of me literally opening my mouth and talking, most of that occurs on YouTube. meaning most of the other hours I'm not speaking. So I don't talk all day. I mostly talk on YouTube, and when I'm not on YouTube, I'm talking to Okama. But I talk longer on here than I do to Okama. So I really don't talk a lot in real life. This is not real life. This is just a dream. Everything that you're looking at is just a dream. Ain't that something? And when I log off of YouTube, I'm back in my real life. But when I'm on YouTube, it's all just a dream. That does not mean it's not real. Dreams are real. I'm in a dream right now. I'm in a dream right now. There's no question in my mind that I'm in a dream right now. Because when I sleep, I dream about this to know that this is a dream because I haven't woke up yet. Definitely not awake right now. Do I look like I'm awake? Who's to say I'm not sleepwalking? Who's to say? It all runs together, sleeping, waking, sleeping, waking. You do that so many times, you can't really tell if you're awake or asleep anymore. Can't. Some people call that delirium, but once delirium catches hold of you, you can never catch it. You know, people say, I'm making up for lost sleep. You can never make up lost sleep. You've already lost it. So any point after that, your rhythm is off and will forever be off. You'll never get that sleep back. And we do need a certain amount of hours of sleep every day, and we lost that a long time ago. So at this point, we're only operating in a dreamlike state while we're awake because we are sleep deprived. So we are in delirium right now, all of us. No one's brain is operating at the highest capacity right now. Everyone is worn the fuck out, humanity. You need rest to recuperate so you can think clearly. Nobody in humanity is getting good sleep right now, unless they're a baby. So at this point, the babies are the most intelligent people in humanity because the adults are gone in the head. There's not one single adult, human adult, who has decision-making capabilities, who's making clear-headed decisions right now because our motherboards are fried, which makes the children smarter than us, but we're not smart enough to let the children take over. So what I'm really getting at is something's about to happen. Something really fucked up is about to happen. And why did it happen? Humans are brain dead, bro. Nobody can stop it. Literally nobody. This is about to be the dumbest thing humans have ever done. We're about to all experience it. Actually, it's already underway. And I'm saying all this having not watched any news. So this is me purely feeling this the way you're supposed to if you're trying to tap into something deeper. The way the old people used to do it. I'm just in modern day exile. If you're using old school methods of exiling yourself to understand the modern world, you're not going to be a part of this. If you're going to the mountains, hiding in the mountains to exile yourself to have some mystical experience and deeper understanding, you will fail at what you're trying to accomplish. The only way to do that is to live amongst the people. so you can feel what's happening. If you go away from the people, you don't have the sensory to know what's happening with the people, to tell them what's going to happen to them. If you're trying to be a prophet, and there's a lot of wannabe prophets out here, a lot of them, a lot of people trying to tell us what the future is, right? There's a few of them I know of on YouTube. They're always prophesying about the future, coming doom, what's going to happen exactly, using all of their methodologies of fasting, chanting, burnables, drugs, and books and astrology charts. So there's a lot of people who have made decisions about the future based off of what they think is going to happen, based off of prophecies they have believed years ago that set their whole lifestyle in motion. That's why they live in Arkansas and California, which are the two dumbest places to live if you want to be in the future. Certain tragedies will happen naturally, and there's certain points on the earth that are going to happen in very specific places. And the earth knows those places. But I do know that California and Arkansas are two of the most dangerous places to live as of today. And that will last about a week. What does that mean, bitch? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I hear. I don't need you to believe me. I'm stating a fact. And when people speak and say things about me, I laugh at them because they're dumb. Which is also why I probably need to get off of YouTube. Because at this point, I actually can relax and enjoy myself. Somebody has tried to trick me to think that I cannot relax and I have to get on YouTube to talk to unevolved brains. There's only one in the crowd that has any level of understanding, and that is still questionable because I have no proof for real that they do understand. But we're just going off of 4,000 miles of sensing you. What is your goal in this life? Because you will achieve it in this life. Your dreams will come true, baby. And so will mine. All of our dreams will come true. Let me use somebody as an example real quick because that's who's coming to mind. Levin Gibbs. He's reached his ultimate goal. Living with Shauna Ryan in Arkansas. That was his ultimate life goal, to marry a famous YouTuber. That's as far as his dreams will ever go. You've already seen the end of the story. Their story's over. They achieved their goal. Taylor Bud, his biggest goal in life was to be a prophet on a mountain, and he is that. He will go no further. His plot line is over. This story has ended. Casey Bud, her biggest dream in life was to be somebody. Just somebody. And she has achieved that goal. Her plot line will go no further. They've already achieved their goals. Because that's all they wanted. Whatever you're after, you will get, and you will go no further. Whatever you put all of your energy into getting, and you're making sacrifices for that one thing, you will achieve that, and then you will go no further. because that's all you were fucking after. What you're not going to get to do this time is say, well, it's not what I thought I wanted, so let me try this instead, because I was wrong about what I really wanted. And I chased this thing for 5 years, sacrificed everything for this one thing, and then I got it, and then I realized it didn't make me happy, so let me try something else. We're not doing that anymore. You've already reached your goal. You will not get to say, I'm not happy now that I've reached my goal, because of what you sacrificed. Because of what you sacrificed. God does not take that lightly. If you tell God, if you just let me sacrifice this to you in exchange for giving me that, God, I'll be happy. And so God says, all right, I'll let you sacrifice that animal, and then you'll be happy. And then you got what you wanted, and you still weren't happy. God's done with that shit. We're done You've already done your burnt offerings to me. You feel me? How many times does God have to listen to you say, that's not good enough, God. Let me try this instead. And who do you sacrifice? What do you sacrifice? Everyone's making sacrifices out here. Everyone is sacrificing to God all day, every day. Everyone is making sacrifices. But what are you sacrificing for what you want? Because everybody currently right now is making sacrifices for what they want. And what do you want? What's your ultimate goal here? You better say it out loud. Because if you've already achieved that, then why are you unhappy? Because look at what you sacrificed to have that. Look at what you gave up. And you're still not happy. So now you're going to barter with God again? You're going to barter with God again? You said, if I could just have that one thing, that one that job, that car, that house, it's always something, right? Something, that dress, and then when you get it, you're not happy. So then it's like, I need to sacrifice something else. And what are you sacrificing to get that shit that doesn't make you happy? And how many more times you going to run game on me, God, and promise me that you're going to be happy this time? Does God want to see you happy, or does God want to see you upset? Because what happens when humans are upset? You destroy shit. Why would God want you to be mad? When you're mad as a human, all you do is destroy shit. So God's kind of trying to make you fucking happy, bruh. You're a very mean person when you're not happy, humans. So I kind of want to see you happy, because I kind of love my creation. And you don't think I'm serious about that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think I really love my birds that I made. You know, God made a bunch of shit that he don't even care about, right? Doesn't even please God. God made a bunch of flowers. God hates flowers. Like, give me a fucking break. No, you're the one who destroyed the flowers that I made. And you said, well, I'll do this for you, God. Then you barter with God. Promise me that you'll do something for me. You never have actually paid me back, and I'm God. Look at all the shit I made that you fucked up. It's not yours to fuck up. You don't own this land. You don't own the earth, bitch. You don't own the flowers, the trees, the sunshine, the moon, bitch. You don't own none of this. You don't own the water. You don't own the ocean, girl. You don't own the rivers or the lakes or the streams, bitch. You don't own shit. You're a human being. These are facts, bro. You don't own each other. I made you. I made you. I made you. You don't own yourself. I own you. And look at how you treat what I made. You. You don't even love you. And I made your ass. You know what I mean? I'm God, bruh. Like, for real. I talk like a regular nigga, bruh. I don't speak in some higher language that you can't understand, bitch, because you're a reflection of me, my nigga. I can speak your language, bruh. God shit. I'm not above what I created. I just created you, my nigga. We can be friends. Can you be friends with me, God? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why would I not want to be what I made? I was lonely. God. Can you imagine? I was alone as God, and I made you to keep me company. Humans. And look how you treat me. We're not even any friends no more. And that makes me sad. And that makes me want to kill your ass and start over on some real shit. But then I'm scared of myself, because, like, how can I make another thing that's going to fuck up again? So I just kind of left y'all alone for a while just to see if y'all would change. Maybe there's something that will happen that you'll, because I, as God, you think I know what to do with you? Not really. I love y'all, but I hate y'all. That's how I feel about as God. I love y'all asses so much. You know, it's like, you could not be so shitty, but you give me every reason to hate your ass. I didn't make you that way. Then you blame me for your actions. You talking about God did that. God made me this way. God did not do that to you, bitch. You did that to you. You did that to each other. I had nothing to do with that. I did not tell him to put his hands on you, girl. I did not tell him to rape her. I did not tell him to do that to him. I did not tell you to kill that cat, that dog, that deer, that buffalo. I did not tell you to poison the ocean. I did not make you do none of that shit. Why the fuck are you blaming me for your shitty ass behavior? How are you going to blame me? Who are you blaming for your shitty behavior? A snake? Girl, I made this snake. The snake ain't done shit, girl. I'm tired of y'all blaming the damn snake, and I mean that literally. How you gonna blame a snake for why you shitty? I mean, for real. And then you go lie to my face talking about, that's a metaphor. Ain't no motherfucking metaphor, bitch. You've been trying to kill snakes for thousands of years. You got a problem with them. And they got a problem with you because you demonize them. That's why they all hissing at your face and biting you and killing your ass. Because you done blame them for your sins. You struck first, bitch. They struck in revenge, and I haven't tried to stop them. Then you gonna blame me for why the snake bit your ass and you died. Because you a bitch, that's why. That's my attitude as God. Then you call me an asshole. Then I soften up a little, like, you know what? I have been pretty hard on them. Let's give them a chance. Let's back off. Let's back off. We've been hitting them with too many light bulbs. We need to chill. God needs to chill. Because when I get worked up as God, you know I can go. You know I can go, baby girl. I start blowing and I start snowing, and you know what I mean? Like, we just gonna ramp. I mean, have you seen me? Have you seen what I can do, bitch? Look at the sky, bitch. Rain, and you know, rain, like that's me, God. You know, thunder and lightning, that's me, God. That ain't the weather. That's God. That's me. You didn't know that? An avalanche, yeah, that's me. An earthquake, that's me, girl. A tsunami, that's God, girl. An earthquake, that's me. Take the credit. It's not an earthquake, that's God. You're talking about an earthquake. God 6.0, girl. God category 5, girl. Hurricane God. That's me. The powers that be, bitch. That you wish you could be, ho. You think I'm showing off? You think I'm showing off when I blow you to smithereens? You think that's me showing off? You think I'm doing it for a show? You're recording this? It's me, what you call the hurricane. And there you are with your cameras. It's me, the tornado. And here you come chasing me around with a camera, thinking this is for TV. I never did shit for TV. You think God does shit for TV? God did not make them lions for TV. God did not make that ocean for TV. God did not make that bee and that flower for TV. So why the fuck are you using me? I did not make shit on this earth. I did not make this earth for TV. And it seems to me you've tried to make Earth just a TV show. And I don't like that shit. I am not a show. You've tried to make me an actor in your play, humans. Because the camera is on me, terra firma. That is disrespectful. You're pointing a camera at the earth. That is disrespectful, bruh. That earth, that is so disrespectful, our ancient of days. You have no respect for the earth. You have no respect for the holiness and the sacredness and the glory of God. You have no appreciation for the sheer glory of the earth. Nothing. That is why you point a camera at God and you say, look, it's TV. Then you want to act like the earth is an actor for you, like doing things for you just to be seen on TV. Baby girl, the sun does not shine for the camera. Get it together, girl. Baby girl, the clouds do not do what they do for the camera. You think that the clouds are there for your TV show? And you think you're going to say cut and action to the sun and the clouds, baby girl? Girl, you done got God all inverted in your mind, thinking you're above God. And that's what offends me. Now God is offended. Now God is offended. Like God is for real offended. God is motherfucking offended, bruh. It's one thing for you to piss me off with all the dumbest shit you were doing. But now you actually think, you've been shitty, but you didn't. You've been shitty. You've done a lot of fucked up shit that I let slide, me being God. Because honestly, I should just kill your ass. Because how long are you going to keep doing that? How long am I going to keep letting you fuck up? Do I like that? Does God like that? Because I let you live, you said, oh, God must be okay with that because God didn't kill me yet. I was giving you a chance because I give a shit, my nigga. I want you to live. That's why I created life. And I said, I want you to live a good, long life. And then I'll take your ass out of here and we're going to do something else with you. I'm not trying to take you out early for the time I created for you to exist in. But you keep playing with my time. My time. I created time. You did not. You think God is on your time. Wow. Oh. You don't have time for me today, you say to God. And I let you live. I let you play. You're still breathing. So you're just like, well, I'm still breathing. So let's do a breath check-in. Yeah, I'm still breathing. So that's your way of saying, haha, to God, right? And then one day, girl, when you least expect it, you are not going to wake up. My justice as God is exact. Those who use the breath to gaslight God will die breathless in their sleep. And that's what, God gets to enjoy all things that you can't see. You are my TV show because I see everything all at once. So I saw you, baby girl, when I snatched your breath out of your body overnight. And I saw the moment when you thought you were going to wake up. See, I already knew that about you. I know the future. I know that you think you're going to wake up at 9:00 in the morning tomorrow morning. Ha 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 ha. I'm God. Catch this tea. You're not. So you're going to go to bed tonight and be like, and you have plans for tomorrow that you think you're going to implement. And you're going to wake up at 9:00 in the morning. And you're not going to wake up. And I'm going to laugh and I'll be, you thought you were going to wake up. That's my joke for myself. I created that moment for me because you've been such a bitch to me. Me, God, you have not appreciated anything I've done for you your entire life. And I do take pleasure taking your body back to me so I can utilize it for something better because you're wasting God's time being alive. Let me tell you something about God. God does not take any losses, baby girl. God never loses. So if you're a waste of God's time, God will find a purpose for you, baby girl. Some of y'all think you're really trying to beat God, thinking that you're going to waste God's time and that's your one weapon against God. Well, I'll just waste their time, That's how I beat them because I drain them. I waste their time. I lead them on to believe something is going to happen and it's not. I lead them on to believe I'm going to do something to get them to be a believer in me. So they'll invest energy into me. And then I will show them that, haha, I'm just kidding. I wasn't going to do that. Ha. God's done playing with you, girl. One day you just won't wake up, girl. And how will they know that you're dead? I don't know. Think about it. You live alone and maybe in an apartment or something, right? You have friends and family, so you say, but they don't live with you. So you die in your sleep. How long does it take for them to find your body? Well, that depends on how many people give a shit about you. Because, of course, people are going to text you tomorrow. They're going to be like, that because you have plans tomorrow. So you didn't follow through with your plans. But that's not very shocking because you're known to lead people on to believe you're going to do something and not show up for it, right? So by you not showing up for your planned meeting at 10:00 in the morning, they're not going to be that worried about it because, that's just how they are. That's just how they are. So nobody actually comes to check on you until it's like 5 days later because they're like, we thought he or she was just going back into their period of withdrawal and introvertedness, so we didn't really think anything of it. So, oops, your body's been decomposing for 5 days in your apartment. Well, you were never really honest, and you were always flaky. So, you had a lot of people in your life. You had a lot of people on your phone. You had a lot of followers on social media. You had a lot of people in your DMs, but you had so many people in your life that you never actually invested fully into any of them for a real relationship to take root. So most people are just like, well, whatever. And that will be some people's fates. They will die in their sleep. And you cannot say that's not going to happen, because of course it's going to happen. Many people are about to die in their sleep. No shit. Many people are going to die in a fire. Many people are going to die in a flood. Many people are going to die in an earthquake. Many people are going to die in a car accident, all in the next 24 hours. Many people are going to die in the next 24 hours. Some people are going to die from being asleep. They'll die in their sleep. Others will die in a car accident. Others will die because somebody shot them. Others will die because somebody stabbed them. That's a fact. Pretty easy to prophesy, right? You can do it. Now, if I'm a really good prophet, I'll name names of who's going to die in the next 24 hours. Right? If I was a really good prophet. But if I said the names out loud, nobody would believe that. No one would believe me if I said a specific name and they're going to die in the next 24 hours. I can say that privately. And what? It doesn't happen? Well, I can say that every day, and one day it will happen. If I say your name every day and say you're going to die in the next 24 hours, and I do that every day, at some point you will die in the next 24 hours. Unless I die first, of course. Not that hard to prophesy, bro. Something bad is going to happen. Yes, of course. That's not negative thinking. That's a fact. Something bad is going to happen today. Something really fucked up is going to happen tonight. Pea brains say, oh my God, you're being negative. And I'm saying, no, that's me reading the room being the earth. Of course, something bad is going to happen tonight. Why? Because humans are here. And then the Johnnies of the world say, you're thinking negatively. No, I'm not Johnny, since I know that you are a member of my channel. I've been pretty sad about you all day, Johnny. That's a fact. Hate to admit it, because, who wants to feel, still burdened by somebody else's energy when we don't want to be? But it is a fact. I have been mostly troubled by Johnny's energy today. And the dreams that I had when I was taking a very short nap, which led to me being awake and doing this stream, not feeling like I actually woke up, is the whole vibe. It's not looking good for your future, Johnny. I don't see a good future for you. And you know that. All that positive thinking that you got going on is delusion. Just think positively. You can lead yourself off a cliff with that shit. Let's think realistically, Johnny. You live in a fantasy world. So that's what the word Johnny means to me. It means fantasy world. That's the Johnny effect. You're not in reality, bro. You're in a psychosis. You're neither here nor there. You're not here, bro. When you're not there, you're nowhere, dude. Your body is here, occupying this space, but your mind is gone. So who do I talk to when I talk to Johnny? Do I talk to his brain? No, I talk to his senses. His nose, his eyes, his ears, his mouth. Does he have any feeling left in his body when the brain is that damaged? If you have brain damage, how much feeling do you have in your body? Considering that's all connected neurologically. The spinal cord and then the skeleton, the skull and the brain and the nerve endings. That's why football's so dangerous. And you shouldn't play football. Getting hit in the head a lot is not normal. And the smart people are just now figuring that out. Wow. Can you imagine all the scientists that are just now discovering that getting hit in the head by 200 pounds of pure muscle, not really, but 200 pounds plus, taking a direct hit to the spinal cord and the head, that's not good for you. Smart people are just figuring that out. I've been knowing that since I started watching football. I'm like, this doesn't look too safe, but who cares? We sacrifice safety for what? What have football players sacrificed? Their brain? It goes back to the conversation that I was having with BK earlier. And it was a conversation, even if it wasn't typing. We sacrifice things in human error. And all of the greatest literary works have always been written regarding human error. Voltaire, all he does is write about human error, fools, folly, setting yourself up for fucking failure. And the thing about the fool is he doesn't think he's a fool. That's what makes him a fool. He doesn't think he's stupid. He doesn't see it. That's what makes you a fool. You don't see it. You don't think it. One of the things that's been haunting me about Jonne, and I'm going to say it out loud, even though it makes me feel uncomfortable to say it out loud, because it is crossing a boundary that has nothing to do with me. But it does have something to do with me if I were to entertain being in a relationship with Jonne. Stemming from the conversation that we had Friday night, that's what he was simulating, a relationship with him. Would I move to Alaska? Meaning I would be in his daughter's life. If you are a dude that I'm getting involved with and you have a child, then I am in your child's life. Meaning, am I prepared to be a mother? Because that would be my job with somebody who already has a daughter. Baby mama or not, if he has a daughter, I am her mother. I'm not her literal mother, but I have to be a mother. If I'm getting with a dude who already has a child, that I am now that child's mother. Yes. No shit. So meeting Jonne is not just about meeting Jonne. It's about meeting Johnny's daughter. Even I know that. Do I have an issue with a dude already having a child? Could I be with a man who has a child? Yes. I mean, the first dude I met had 4 kids. And I had to consider, okay, if I'm getting involved with this guy, I'm getting involved with his 4 children, meaning I have to be a mother to those 4 children who are mostly already grown. That's what the responsibility is when I'm getting with a man who already has kids. I have to know how to be a mother to those kids, even if they're not, quote, didn't come out of my vagina. I have to be a mother to them. I embrace them as if they are my own, but still know that I'm not the literal mother. So there is a fine line between being a mother to children that are not mine and acknowledging the real mother. It's very simple. That's not hard for me to do. I would never argue with a baby mama over whose children they are. Of course, they're your kids. But when they're with their dad and me, I'm the one that's the mother. But when they're with you, you're the mother. We can both mother the children. It's not a big deal. Very easy for me. What's not easy is if there's unresolved issues with the baby mother and the baby father. It's not about the custody of the child for me, Jonne. It's, are you over your baby mama for me? Because I cannot get with a dude who's not over his ex. I can get with a dude who shares a child with his ex. And, maybe he has custody, she has custody, but you're still sharing that child. You're just not together anymore. I can deal with that man and his child. That's easy. What I cannot deal with is the man who shares that child with his ex and is not over his ex and is still fighting his ex. That means you don't have that issue resolved, meaning I can't be in a relationship with you because you're not over her. And will you ever be? Because I have yet to meet a dude who's over his ex who shares a child with his ex. They're not together, but there's still emotional, unresolved issues there that are never handled. Just because you got a divorce does not mean you're over it. And what's sad is people who are getting divorces or getting out of relationships that they had a child in specifically, they want to quickly move on for the sake of their child. That's what sucks about it. You want to move on for the sake of your child, so you say, but you're also just trying to move on in general. But now you have a child, so hurry up and find another partner, to find another mother for my child. And you don't really resolve the issue from the prior relationship, because you're on I got to hurry up and find another mom for my baby, or another father for my baby. Got to hurry up and find another father for my baby, and you never handle that issue. And so then you get with somebody else. And maybe you're in a long-term relationship, but it's just nonstop drama. Drama. I don't want drama. I'm not good about drama. I'm about getting people who don't want to handle shit. They don't have time for that conversation. I don't have time for. Because we're going to have a conversation. If we're adults and we really want to solve the problem, then we need to talk. And that's something that Jonne is incapable of doing. How are you going to be 30 years old with trying to get custody of your daughter? Because he says he's in a custody battle over his daughter, meaning he's, I guess, attempting to get custody. How are you going to have a daughter as a single father and not be able to have a conversation with a female that you meet, Jonne? This is not about him being with me. He can't even have a real conversation with me. So what makes you think you're going to choose the right person to be with for the sake of your daughter? I don't see that happening. I'm one of the deepest people you'll ever meet, and you couldn't keep anything real with me, Jonne. Which tells me you're not even really looking for a new woman for your child, which is a problem, which tells me you're not a good father. Because now is not the time to be single, ready to mingle, Jonne. You are a father. Now's not the time to say fuck women. If you wanted to say fuck women, you shouldn't have gotten a bitch pregnant to produce a daughter to then say, well, I ain't interested in a relationship right now. You have a daughter to think about. If you are thinking about your daughter, Jonne, you'll be getting ready to find her another mother, because she does not need to see single father bringing a bunch of strange bitches around. And even if you're hoeing in a different area separate from your daughter, that's still going to affect her. Because Jonne thinks that his behavior is not affecting his daughter because he's not physically around her. Your daughter does not need to feel her father out here in these streets looking for pussy, looking for hookers. You're not keeping that separate from her. Your daughter is you, Jonne. That's how y'all don't even care about your kids. You are your child. Your child is you. And you going to treat your daughter like she don't need another mom? So you just going to be out here trying to find another hoe to fuck in a different city and then pretend that you're a good father and you're really just looking out for your child's best interest? You don't know how to be a dad, Jonne. That's the one thing I realized about you. I'm like, you ain't even a man. And then you go sit there telling me about your daughter. And then your promo video for the military is, I'm doing this for my daughter. The way you take care of a child is not just feeding them and clothing them. What emotional stability are you offering your daughter, Jonne? That's what she's going to need. And the problem is you don't see that. That's what makes you a shitty fucking parent. You don't even see that. And if you can't see that, then you're not a good father, because you just simply don't see it that way. Emotional stability. Yeah, I can't be a part of a dude's life who's not really going to consider the emotional stability of his daughter. I mean, it showed in how he treated me. He doesn't care about anyone's emotional stability. I mean, seriously. Everything is connected. Nothing is separate. How Jonne acted towards me tells me how he is as a father. Like, it's very, very obvious. You're not a good dad. So in essence, you're like my dad. Why would I want to be with somebody who's like my father? It's just all pretty sick out here. Anything I'm doing now, in a sense, in terms of emotional and everything else, is for my future child, whether they came out of my vagina or not. How would I want a little girl to feel? What would I want a little girl to experience? Well, that little girl is me. So that's how I think about my daughter and my son. How I treat myself, how I allow myself to be treated is me already looking out for my children that I don't have, because I am the child that I'm looking out for. You treat your children how you treat yourself, you know. And it's a wonder why children grow up and feel the way that they do and become the adults that they do, because somebody did not respect themselves. That's what it is. If my parents don't respect themselves, they cannot respect me. When I grow up, I don't respect myself. We just keep repeating that over and over again. So I don't know who in God's goddamn green earth is going to sit there and tell me that Johnny's a good dad because why? You joined the military to do what? Have money? There's a lot that goes into taking care of a child. It's not just about money. Are you there for them? Do you spend time with them? Are you just out here fucking hoes? Is fucking hoes good for your child? I mean, let's be real. Like, is out here fucking hoes really good for your daughter or your son? Because for some reason, I live in a world where parents, single parents, are out here fucking random people and they got 3 kids back at the house. And they're doing it like there's no problem with it. Like they're doing it like there's no issue. Like there's no issue at all. Like you got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, and you out here about to fuck some more. And you out here acting like there's no issue with that. Like there's no, like it's just something that's just totally fine, bruh. There is nothing okay with going out here fucking multiple dudes, having multiple baby fathers, and then have 4 kids at home, and then out here still fucking around. How are you making them children feel for real? They have no emotional security. They have no emotional stability. Who is their father? Who is their mother? They don't motherfucking know. It's just a bunch of people around all the goddamn time. Uncles and aunties and grandpops taking care of them. They don't know who's the mom and dad. That's a fact. That's just one side of the coin. It could be daycare. Just throw them at daycare. Babysitters. You're a single parent and you out here looking for hoes to fuck on the internet, but you got a 4-year-old daughter. Oh, yeah, you're a great father. Great guy. I don't give a fuck about, I want to see some good dads out here. I'll give you some applause when you're a good father. I'm not going to applaud your motherfucking career. Give me a good man, and a good man knows how to be a good dad. That's when you get an award from me. Good dad award, like a good father. I'll give you your flowers. I'm not going to give you your flowers because you passed motherfucking ranger school. I'm not going to give you flowers because you motherfucking passed a course in college. What really matters, the children or your career? What do you want applause for? Your career or how you loved your children? And then we find out you don't even really care about your kids. That's what we find out, because you get offended when I say that. What about your children? For real. What about your children? What about their feelings? That don't matter to you? Your career is more important? Because apparently that's what's happening out here. That's the vibe. You know, it's been going on for some time. People sacrifice time with their children for their career. It happens every day. And those children grow up to be psychopaths. When you make a child feel like your career is more important than them, that does something to them. They have been treated like they are worthless. And what does somebody who feels worthless as a child grow up to be? A psychopath. What is a psychopath? What you created. You created psychopaths. This whole environment created psychopaths. America's very good at it, actually. America's the greatest country in the world at creating psychopaths because of the priorities in America. The value system in America is a little bit more potent here than in other countries. You know, in Europe, family is still a little bit more important than career in a lot of places in Europe, but not in America. Family is a means to an end. Family is a business. Career is the most important thing in America, not family. So to all the Europeans that are not watching, don't follow us. Keep your vibes, bruh. Don't try to be like America. I'm not saying your country's perfect. Of course it's not. But I mean, if y'all have a little bit more family than we do, I would say so. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the same everywhere. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't been over there. I would just assume it's better over there. When it comes to values, you hear a lot about that, like people who travel the world and they say, yeah, the value system's different. A lot of people who leave America never want to come back. They go to Brazil, they never want to come back. You know how many people have left America to never come back? A lot. They'll leave, they'll flee, they'll go anywhere. Mexico, they'll go anywhere. Expats. You should see how many people are fleeing America. And if they can't flee America, they'll try to go to a location in America that offers the most drastic difference in value system. Like for me leaving Columbus, Georgia, and moving to Houston, Texas, when I was 22, 23, was me trying to change a value system, an environment. That's why we move, because we say, if I go over here, maybe the vibe will be different. We're talking about the values, what people value is different. And it's true. In the Ozark Mountains, the only thing they value is meth. Just for the record. In the Ozarks where I lived. You find out in different places across America, different value systems, right? Or what we call culture. What is culture based in? What is the root? We're just going to skip to the word value, right? What people value in different places. When I lived in the Ozark Mountains, just as an example, not to get too bogged down with the fixation on the storyline of the Ozarks, but just from the scope of what did they value the most there, the people that I encountered in the specific region of, if you were to draw on the map, Gainesville, Missouri, Ava, Missouri, West Plains, Thornfield, that area. The only thing that they value there is meth. And everything there is utilized to get more meth. I do mean that. That is what they want most of all, is meth. And everything will be sacrificed, including their children, for meth. It is true. There are females. It's a sad, that's the whole point of me saying we are living in a horror movie. Because who could actually believe this? I mean, we hear this, but who can actually believe this? Who can actually believe that a mother would sell her own daughter for drugs? How many mothers out there have sold their own daughters for drugs? What I mean by selling their own daughters, I mean trading their daughters for sex, for drugs. Instead of the mother opening her legs for drugs, she sells her own daughter sexually for drugs. How many people, how many mothers have done that in this country? A lot. There was a murder here last year, and it was on a lot of the more famous, it was featured on a lot of the more famous crime channels on YouTube, where a mother who had been selling her 4-year-old, 5-year-old daughter for drugs, the daughter ended up getting murdered in a house across the river. And come to find out, the dude that the mother had sold her daughter for drugs to murdered the little girl. 5 years old, bro. 5, 6 years old. 4, 5, 6. What kind of world is that? The one we're living in. So it's something that I consider as an environmental thing. When I'm not smiling, sometimes I'm thinking about shit like that. And then somebody comes up to me and says, "What's wrong with you?" "Oh, nothing, just thinking about that murder that happened, that little girl that got murdered, and it's because her mom was selling her for dope." Just considering that as a problem, and I wonder how we can stop that from happening again. "Well, you're thinking too negatively about life." What? I'm thinking too negatively about life because I'm considering something that has happened, and I'm wondering, what can we do to stop that? What do you want to the person who's saying I'm negative for considering what's actually happening and asking the question, how can we prevent this from happening? It's almost as if you're saying that's okay. It's like, you don't care if that happened. You don't care if a little girl got fucking, because this gets into the society. Maybe society doesn't give a fuck that little girl got murdered and raped. Because the attitude, when I'm the one wanting to talk about it, everyone's like, you're thinking negatively. Well, I guess that's telling me the true horror, that you don't give a fuck about children. You just pretend to. You don't care if a child gets raped and murdered, because your attitude when I want to have a conversation about it, and you call me negative. You call me negative. You don't even want to hear about it. What? That's negative. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, well, all right. Go think positively then. That's why I don't know why there's so many people on the internet constantly talking about the problem in chats and in videos. And I'm like, nobody's really talking about the problem. You're just talking for entertainment. All of the news is just for entertainment at this point. Nobody's on the news actually trying to solve the problem. Nobody on any podcast. It's just now we have problem solving as entertainment, but no problem is actually getting solved because everyone's just trolling. You want to talk about the problem, but you're not going to solve it. It's just, this is now our entertainment. Because if everybody knows what the fucking solution is, why isn't the problem solved? Because that's what everyone does. We'll talk about the problem, then everyone will act like we know what the solution is, and then everyone acts like they did it, and then it's still not solved. Why is the problem not solved? Why is there hundreds of people all over the internet, thousands, millions of people right now watching videos about problems and societal issues and podcasts? I mean, there's hundreds of YouTube, thousands, millions of YouTube channels. Nothing is getting solved. And then when you take it off of this fake group essence off the internet and you just talk to people one-on-one, it doesn't translate. It only exists on the internet, all this discussion. It's the news town square. Everyone discusses the problems on the internet. Everyone discusses societal issues on the internet, typing, videos. But it doesn't translate to real life. Like, I never have the conversations. The shit I see in chats and all the comments and, reading the comments and all these videos, and everyone's the expert on the internet. Everyone knows what's going on, and this is how we solve the problem, and this is the problem, and this is the problem. This is how we solve the problem. All over the internet, all the social media. But when I get in these streets, when I get in these bars, when I meet these people out here, nobody's talking about that. So who are all these people? Is this like one giant troll on me personally? Because who are you on the internet in a chat? Who are all these people in comment sections? Because I never see them in these streets talking like that. Who are all these people in these chats? Because they don't exist in the real world. So the internet's just a dream. These people don't exist. Everybody who types anything on the internet, who posts anything on the internet at all, is just a dream. Because you're not out here. I never see you out here. This is fake. Everyone's acting like the internet is solving a problem. It's not solving a problem. So no problem has been solved with the internet. So why do we have the internet? for all this communication, because that's the problem that was being solved right initially. The ability to rapidly communicate with each other when we don't have to physically be around each other. That's the point of the internet. And then it becomes, that was the initial tool of it all. Then it becomes how we're going to use the tool. Because the tool is communication with people who are not directly near us. Now, how are we using that tool? Communicating what? And then is it going to be implemented? Like, we can communicate it, but is somebody going to do something? It's all about talking. The internet is just about talking about it. There's no action on the internet. It's just talking about it all the time. Talk, 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 talk. Whether you're typing, because some of y'all be like, you the one doing all the talking. No, you're always typing. You're comment section hoppers. I've seen some shit people put in comment sections. I'm like, why don't you just go make a video and say that? Wrote a goddamn book in a comment section on a video. People who just comment all day. They're the typers. Why don't you just say it, bitch? You can't say that out loud. They never can. They just can only type. And sadly, I can talk faster than you type. So by the time you get finished typing your paragraph to me, it's too late because we've moved on. We've moved on, girl. Like, you're typing in reply to something I said a year ago. It's too late. Let me say something here and now. And I'm not being dramatic. I'm being in a dream, you know. Now's not the time to be touching people. So I know that there is going to be a time when I need to just not be around people because I don't want to get sick, you know. We're not talking about COVID. I mean, I'm not going to be a fool this time. During COVID, when it was at its peak, I was not worried about COVID. I just was antisocial. So I was already in a natural quarantine because I was antisocial. Okay? I was quarantining from humans way before COVID hit. So it was easy for me to self-isolate. You know, been isolating for years, really. So COVID-19 and the lockdown did not bother me. But this time, you know, I'm going to have to actually, for real, self-isolate. And it's funny because I just started socializing again. But we're not dealing with COVID-19 anymore. We're dealing with something worse. And the fools will say, no, we're not. The fools will say that it's not real. And you will be a fool to believe them. You'll be a fool to believe them because they're the conspiracy theorists, you know. They'll say it's not real. All right. I'm not going to be hanging out with people and letting them touch me. Nah, now's not the time to let people put their hands on you, bro. If you don't know them, like, don't be touching people, bro. What I'm really saying is now's not the time to be a hoe. Now's not the time to be in enclosed spaces with people, for real. And then you touching each other. Now's not the time to. So, you can socialize and have your cool social lives and take pictures of it. And I'm just going to be over here not getting sick. And then I'm going to see y'all being social. I'm going to feel left out, that I'm not a part of the sickness. And I'm not getting sick. And I'm going to feel jealous that I'm not sick too, because everyone's getting sick and I feel left out. Because you got sick because you were socializing. But it's not just socializing, it's how you were socializing. Because you were sexually socializing. And so now you're all sick. And I felt left out because I wanted to socialize too. But the only way to socialize with you is to do the sexual socializing, And because I didn't join you, I felt left out of the orgy. But I'm the only one who survived, type of vibe. So it's almost like it's better to die with you than to be the only one who survives, right? You know what I mean? Like if you're the sole survivor, wouldn't it be better to just die with the ship? Because who wants to be the only survivor when everybody dies? Because now you're alone, right? So just go down with the sinking ship. So that means I need to have sex this weekend so I can be a part of the sexual sinking ship of disease that's running rampant right now and is only going to get worse as it keeps circulating. Disease is energy. It's like electricity. It just circulates and it can't stop until it's done. It's what it needs to do. You don't stop disease. Disease is designed to stop you. That's nature's design. Nature designed disease. Yes, to eliminate you. And those who don't need to be eliminated will not be eliminated. Don't be mad at me, be mad at God. God made disease, not you. You're just trying to stop it, but God's trying to stop you. So who's going to win? The disease, aka God, or you? We'll find out, won't we? Who's going to stop the disease? You? You're going to stop the disease? You are the disease. Okay, so you get it? The plague is you, bro. It is what it is. I'm not being dramatic. People are going to die. This is called seeing into the future, not just focusing on what's happening right now. If you're focusing on only right now, you're going to say, monkeypox, it's not that big of a deal. No, it's a sign of a deeper issue that's going to keep escalating into the real plague. Plague is not built in a day. I keep saying this because it's not. Plague does not just appear one day. It's built. It's a lot of things that go into the plague. I've been saying this for a while now. It's only a matter of time, and it's not going to be that long, bruh. Disease is running rampant everywhere. It's a lot of different factors. We're about to see disease like we've never seen it before in our, recent memory. And I mean that shit. You'd be good to roll in some dirt if you could. That's about the only way you're going to get clean because the water's contaminated. Be careful with the water, bro. And I mean that shit. This is not conspiracy. I mean that shit. Be careful with the water. Dirt is cleaner than water at this point. Put your feet in some dirt soon, boo. Because at this point, you're going to be asking, how do I get clean? That's where we're at. The water's not cleaning us anymore. Even I know that. Because every time I take a shower with soap, I don't feel like I'm getting clean because I'm not. The water's not that clean, bro. You'll know it. You'll feel it. Have you too been feeling like you're not getting clean? Because this is something that nobody's talking about. And if you think you're going to troll me about that, I know what clean water is, boo. I've seen it from the mountains, and that's a different feeling on your skin. I've bathed in pure river water from snowmelt, and that's a different feeling than this shit. So I don't like taking showers that often. Not because I don't like getting clean. It's just the water here is not fucking clean. The water in New York City is not fucking clean. You know, they found polio in the water, meaning there's sickness in the city. That's why they take samples from the water to let them know who's sick and who's not. They take samples from the wastewater. And what is wastewater? Our shit. And we find out what diseases are in our city. Well, polio is in New York City, and monkeypox is in my city, and a bunch of other shit. And that's just the water. As I did in another stream a while ago that I don't care about, because I don't focus on this a lot. I just know that this is what's happening. It's not anything for me to worry about, because I know what needs to be done instinctually, meaning avoid people mostly. Seriously, mostly. Like, you're an idiot out here if you just out here throwing yourself to socializing with a bunch of strangers and just like doing things with them all the time. That's dumb as fuck. In all of the ways that it's dumb as fuck. I mean, like, holistically dumb as fuck. It's not just about disease. It's the whole thing. The whole situation is dumb as fuck, because, you know, you're not really establishing any connection with them. You know, this whole thing, everything that I'm saying, everything that is all enclosed and contained and connected. Nothing is separate. Disease is not separate from relationships. There's no separation between science and religion. It's just our brains can only focus on one thing at a time. So right now we're talking about physical disease, because I can't talk about physical disease and human connection at the same exact time. But it's all interrelated. Now's the time to make sure you got a high motherfucking immune system, girl. You better make sure you got high immunity, girl. Because, I mean, it's just going to get real icky out here, bro. It's going to get real icky. And I can tell you this much. People who have monkeypox are not staying at home. There is a little bit of footage out of Houston, Texas, at a restaurant where this female was at a restaurant that's very well known and popular, bar restaurant. And somebody saw this giant bump on her arm and on her face, and she was trying to hide it because she got monkeypox. And so the person that recorded that messaged the manager and said, why did you let this person in the door? Basically, I'm reenacting their attitude. And the owner was like, who's to say she's got monkeypox? We can't do that. We can't discriminate. And then there was an argument there. That's why I don't be doing stuff, bro, because there's diseased people everywhere. In restaurants that I'm in the same restaurant with, there's diseased people working at the restaurant. You know, people, just because they work there don't mean they're clean. You can have gonorrhea and be making hamburgers. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they do an STD screening and a health screening before you work at a restaurant, which you should. You know, like, are the people here sick in any way who are handling my food? Why would I want somebody who's ill in any capacity making my food? Seriously. I'm sorry, but knowing you have chlamydia does not make me feel comfortable when you make me some mashed potatoes and green beans, girl. Doesn't make me excited to see a Caesar salad when you got motherfucking gonorrhea. You know. It doesn't, you know, it's about the quality of the person making my food, not the food itself that makes it good quality food. You know what I mean? People talk about restaurants and what's the best restaurant. For me, it's the quality of the people that work there that make the food good. You know what I mean? Which is why I don't be eating out. Why eat out when I can cook food for myself? I know my quality. I know where my hands have been. I know where my pussy's been. I know if I'm clean. So, you know, I'll cook a meal. Just saying. I trust me over you cooking my food. I don't know what the hell you doing back there. I don't even know you. Seriously. People say that's too extreme and that's negative. You're just cynical and you're just an idiot to me. So now you can go away because we disagree on a very, a deep point that goes beyond restaurants. You're just an idiot. Once again, anybody who's just cool with having lots of one night stands is nasty. That's not clean, bro. You're not clean. I don't care how white your teeth is and how many baths you take. You can't rinse off all of that. You can't rinse off that. Who you fuck, you can't wash off in the shower. You can't soak it out of you. Sexual filth, lay in a tub for 24 hours, girl, with sea salts and everything, and you ain't gonna get the damn sexual diseases out of your skin, girl. Bitches be doing a lot of fucking, beware of any female who's constantly doing a lot of deep cleansing techniques that involve crazy shit. All these mechanics. She's trying to purge sexual filth out of her body, is what she's doing. A lot of super extreme crazy shit. Girl, are you sick or nah? Like, you're sexually ill. When bitches at the bar tell me about all the dicks they be sucking, I'm like, get away from me. Like, I don't want that filth around me. Then they call me a hater, basically. Because I'm just like, you're nasty. And then they get mad at me because I'm tired of bitches getting mad at me for not wanting to be around them because of what they choose to do. Just stop doing that. Maybe I'll be around you, boo. But I'm sorry. I personally don't want to be around your sexually nasty fucking ass. Then you think you pull the you think you're better than us card. No, actually, I don't think I'm better than you. I just know I'm cleaner than you. And I think you're filthy. And you need to go do some cleansing, girl. Meaning shut your legs in your mouth, girl. Because why are you taking so much dick in your mouth, girl? Not just so much dick, because it's not like it's just one dick in your mouth. You have so many different dicks in your mouth, girl. And then you come to me breathing in my face, and I really don't want to hear or smell dickophrenia coming out your motherfucking mouth. Because that's what it's giving, dickophrenia. And then you're going to get mad at me saying I'm mean and rude. No, you're just nasty. Go fix it in the name of your Christ, because I can't help you, hoe. I'm always mean to a hoe, but she's nasty to her. You're mean to yourself, bitch. You're mean to yourself. It's always about me being mean to you. Oh, you mean to you, girl. You're mean to you. I don't need to be mean. You mean to your damn self. How you gonna sit there and say I'm mean when you the one subjecting yourself to fucking sexual fucking degradation every goddamn day? Then I'm mean? Nah, girl, you just hate yourself. And now I don't want to be around you because I can't be around that. And because you don't want to change. You just want to keep wallowing in that energy and then saying, oh, you hate me, you hate me. Nah, you hate you, girl. You hate you. And you try to make me feel bad because you hate you. I'm sorry you thought your life's goal and your only objective in life is to be a cum bucket, girl. Literally a cum catcher. Like a dream catcher. That's you, a cum catcher. Might as well put some feathers and beads around your head and your mouth, bitch. Because that's what it's giving. Instead of all them piercings all over the septum and the lip piercings and all that shit you bitches get, just sew some beads and feathers around your mouth and make your mouth the cum catcher. Because that's what it's giving. It'd be one thing if you were just catching one cum load from one cock. But no, you catching 20 different cock cum loads. And then you have the audacity to have shit to say about me when you are the cum catcher. Some of you bitches' only life's objective is to be, just an open, gaping anus. And that's all you can do, girl, is spread them cheeks and let us see that booty hole. It's sad and it's funny, but it's sad. It's given sad. It's given grief. It's given, let's just go down the synonym list, girl, because let's read it tonight. I got to go on my power walk. This is me posting on social media for the fourth time today. You posted 4 reels. I posted 4 streams. And I'm crazier than you because I'm not looking at you. That's why I have time to do this, because you spend so much time scrolling on your phone, you don't have time to do a live stream. You're too busy looking at people. I just get on here and talk. Nobody has to look at me talking. But I figure this is more effective, and this is less of a waste of time in this modern age of everybody's doing it, because everybody's doing it. So you feel left out if you're not doing it, because everyone's doing it. We all have FOMO. Well, if I don't get on Instagram and scroll, I'm going to miss out on what's going on. So I want to be a part of the culture. So it's scrolling culture. You got to stay hip to what's going on to be a part of it, because everyone's doing it. Everybody I see at the bar is doing social media. In order for me to fit in with who I see, I have to get on the internet and do it too. But I don't like it. So I get on here, which at this point is me not socializing, ironically enough, when I live stream, because I'm not utilizing social media. What is social media at this point? The culture, you make an account on usually the platforms, Facebook, but mostly at this point, the heavy hitters are Instagram and YouTube. Snapchat is not necessarily, I wouldn't consider the socializing place, like the media place. It's just where you share nudes now. Nudes and porn, that's mostly what's happening there, and sex trafficking. That's what it's turned into. It's no longer what it used to be when it first came out. I've read the history. I never had a Snapchat. But Instagram is where all of the action's happening, where you find out the latest gossip, and YouTube, right? Podcasts and news and discussions, and Twitter also. Yes, Twitter, that's the trinity of where the socializing is happening mostly. And what does that involve? You read what's being posted, you follow different people. So you have to not only read and look and maybe comment, you have to also post yourself. Some people are less about posting themselves and more about just commenting and reading and spreading the information. And it's the commenting and the posting, and the commenting feeds the posting, feeds the commenting, feeds the posting. And if you're not involved in that, you're not a part of the culture. So when I go out to the bar, those are the people who, what do they do on social media? They're involved. So I don't fit in with them. How can I fit in with my peers when I don't have Instagram? How can I fit in with my peers if I don't have Twitter? And I can have it, but if I'm not utilizing it, I can have a lot of things and not use it. Like it's just in storage, like my Birkin bags are in storage. Like I have an Instagram, but I don't use it. I don't get on it. I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it. And I do have an Instagram account. I just don't use it to post. It's only ever been utilized to look at shit. And that was something that I was doing for a few years, just to catch up on the culture, to find out what's going on with my peers, because my peers are posting things on social media. That is their lifestyle. I don't see a separation between Instagram and real life, because people's whole lives revolve around posting on Instagram. So Instagram is your life, and IG is your life, and life is IG, and that's your life. You're heavily invested. Don't believe me? Take IG away for 24 hours and find out what happens to people who say, IG's not my life. Okay, well, let's take away IG for 24 hours and we'll find out if that's true. Am I scrolling on IG right now? No, I'm talking to you. I don't care about what's happening on IG. That's why I'm live streaming. Because what do people do in between? What do people mostly do all day? What is their default thing that they do when they're not doing other things? On their phone scrolling. That's what I see most people doing. No matter what, if they're walking down the street, they're on their phone scrolling. Just scrolling. It's always Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. When they're at the bar, I see people on social media. When I go people at the grocery store, they're on social media. People who are driving are on Instagram. I saw a bitch driving today who was on her phone, looking at it. I see bitches all the time on their phones while they're driving, because I'm a pedestrian now, so I can see it better. You know what I mean? You see a lot of things when you're a pedestrian. They're always on their phones while they're driving. When they're walking down the road, when people are sitting at a restaurant, what are they doing? Scrolling on their phone. And where are they scrolling? Social media. I go to a bar, I see somebody playing a little game on their phone. Not socializing. We're all here sitting here, but what are you doing on your phone? playing a game. You can do that at home. Why did you come to the bar to play Angry Birds or whatever the goddamn games people play on their phones? I don't play games on my phone. There are no games to be played on my phone. Why would I play a game when I can communicate with somebody and talk to people and have a relationship? You know, that's not cool anymore, though. What's cooler than a relationship is Angry Birds on my phone or my Spotify account. What's cooler than a relationship is my IG account. Looking at what's, the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, the Joe Budden pot, all the news, like all the different types of pockets of where people get their information, hip hop, entertainment. What's your genre of information that you are invested in? Because when you make it a Twitter account, they suggest to you, like, what type of stuff are you interested in seeing on suggested to you? What's your lifestyle? Like entertainment? What are you here for? Music? Pick 3. Food? What kind of info do you want? This is all info wars, like what's, you get on Instagram, it's the same thing. What are you interested in? So that's what we're going to suggest to you in the search bar section, like, are you interested in like lifestyle, travel, like food and wine and beverage, comedy? And that's what's important to us, just looking and scrolling. And people just do this with their spare time. So then they come across my YouTube channel. I'll show this. Okay. So this is somebody who found my YouTube channel. They're Okay. Let me open the YouTube app. Because how did they find me? Playing on their phone. That's how they found me. And they said, I'm bored. Let me type in stupid white girl talking on a live stream about nothing. And then they find my channel. And they're like, this is great entertainment. That's crazy. And they watch a little bit, and then they're like, all right, boring. I'm going to go to the next video. Because, honestly, look at all of the scroll. I'm on YouTube too. There's my that's my live stream. But wait, there's so many other people you can watch. You can watch him. You don't have to even just go, like, there's a million things you can watch that are not my channel. Just to keep going. Boring. It's just this, I'm not here to connect with you, right? So why we don't want a relationship. Just go to the next video. There's a million videos that you can watch. So why are you watching mine? Because I'm just here to connect with people. You don't want that. So just go watch these videos and be entertained. And yeah, exactly. Go. Exactly. Go away. I'm not here to be a fucking entertainer. I'm not here for views and likes and popularity and to blow up on YouTube and go viral. And I don't want thousands and thousands of views. For what? Bitches will sacrifice everything in their life for 1 million views. And that is a fact. This is not the Illuminati of 2007, girl. This is like new age Illuminati shit, like blood sacrifice. I'll kill my mother to be famous on Instagram. Yeah. I'll kill somebody just to get views on, go viral. This ain't the fame of the 80s, So ultimately, I keep the energy that nobody that I meet, or let me just say this, anyone, let's use that word instead. I have the attitude every weekend that anyone I meet does not give a single fuck about me. That attitude is not rooted in grief, by the way. I just accept that as a fact, bro. That doesn't mean I'm walking around sad. I don't go to the bar and I don't do this. Like, nobody cares about me and nobody ever will. No, I sit there and I'm just like, none of you niggas care. And I accept that as a fact. And I'm not bothered by that. What bothers me is when I'm in that peaceful place of acceptance. I find peace accepting a fact. Even if it's sad to a point, because it is sad when nobody cares. But it's better to accept that as a fact than pretend that they do. Facts are always more peaceful than lies. Better to accept a cruel fact than to accept a pleasant lie. That goes into positivity. Better to accept a cruel fact like he hates you than to accept a pleasant lie, meaning he loves you. Well, what are the facts? The facts are better to deal with than a lie, no matter how pleasant it sounds. Fuck what it sounds like. What's the facts? You don't care. That's a fact. Okay. And so I accept that. And when I go to the bar every weekend, I walk in with that energy. I never walk in with the energy of somebody here will care about me. Never. And when people approach me and say and give me compliments, I don't believe in my heart they care about me. I say, thanks. And I walk away. Usually. Every weekend without fail, I get at least one quote compliment. You have a nice personality. I like your voice. Just the basic compliments. You know what I mean? Like, I like you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're really hot. I like your style. Like, just, the I like. They press the like button on me. You know what I mean? In real time. Have you ever been dealing with somebody who walks up to you and presses the like button in the real world? I like you. Thanks. And it goes no further than that. Liking me is not a relationship. It's a dead end. And then I got 30 likes on a Friday night because 30 people walked up to me and said, I like you in some capacity. And their reasons for liking me might be different. He might like me because he likes my laugh. He likes my eyes. He likes my nose. He likes my ass. He likes my legs. She likes my voice. You know what I mean? He likes my tattoos. I like your shirt. Sometimes they like my shoes. This is a literal thing. People come up to me and say these things. I like your choker. I like your earrings. I like your eyebrows. I like your eyebrow ring. I like those tattoos. I like your hair. I like your bald head. I like your sunglasses. Do I feel amazing after all of that? No. Hundreds of likes, thousands of likes. I get liked all the time out in public. Does that make me feel beautiful and good inside and satisfied and loved because 30 people liked me over the weekend? Something about me? No. By Sunday, it all fades away to nothing. And I wake up in the morning, usually on Monday, feeling like the weekend was just a dream, like I made it up in my head. That's how unreal it feels. It doesn't carry me through the week, especially not this week. I told Okama this. I'm like, it feels like last weekend didn't happen, but it also feels like it was so happening. But it also just feels like I made all of that up in my head. And that's just what happens every week, honestly. I deal with this every week. It's a phenomenon. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced it, but, after a whole weekend of what I do, and I explain what I do on live streams because I have my own reasons of going out, and that's why I explain it. It's my reasons of going out. It's my reasons of why I do what I do at the bar, and I discuss what I'm thinking about after the bar because I do take in what's happening. I'm not just there to drink. I'm not just there to party. I'm not there to do that at all. And then come Monday, it feels like none of that ever happened. Like those people, it feels like I made those people up in my head. Like they don't exist. And I just imagined them. And I imagined what they said to me. Like that's how Jonne being the most recent, like more potent than Chance. Cause yeah, I saw Chance on Saturday night and he's the last dude I saw that was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, but Jonne is the one that's really just in my energy field still. I let Chance go a long time ago. His energy. He's free to do what he wants to do, man. He's not my man. So yeah, there's no chains and no. So Jonne, he's heavy in my energy right now, and I have to acknowledge that and say it out loud. As much as I want him to go away, he's still there. If I'm still feeling, and when I did, I've done all the live streams that I've done. I woke up this morning bothered by Jonne. I did a 6-hour live stream last night to talk it out of me, and it was still bothering me. And then this morning it was bothering me. And when I say bothering me, it means it's on my spirit. It's in my spirit. It's in my emotional field. That's what I mean when I say spirit. It's just the emotions that I can't feel like I can't touch them. It's a feeling. I can't get rid of it. So this afternoon, like at 4:00 this afternoon, I was standing, talking to Akama about Jonne, and what was bothering me still is a feeling I can't get rid of. Very specific feeling. And I explained what exactly that feeling was in regards to Jonne's person. But it goes beyond Jonne. It's the feeling that I keep experiencing with males in general. But Jonne is the last one, that I've really felt this with, for real. Directly, a direct hit to my psyche. And it's bothering me right now. Even now, it's bothering me. It is. Let me go get the fan really quick. Excuse me. I want the horror to stop. And I'm not going to be satisfied until it stops. So I'm just reached a point of, this gets into the specific energy of no tolerance, because everything that I'm describing and every emotion, every feeling is all happening at the same time. I can be sad, angry, happy, and have no tolerance at the same time. It's not like it's a revolving wheel, as much as it seems like you're going on a roller coaster. No, it's all happening in me at the same time. I can only handle one emotion at a time. Someone can make you happy, sad, and angry at the same time in a flash, just with them appearing. I'm happy to see you, but you make me angry. But you sometimes make me sad all at the same time, because it's you. You are all of that. You make me happy, sad, and angry. You are that person. So yeah, I experience all of those emotions at the same time, but it comes out in different, in increments until we resolve this between us. See, dudes be saying, and it's a whole dude conversation about females, and it's been going on for a long time. We're from different planets, females, right when the dude gets his piece, here she comes with the problem. Have we ever had a real conversation? No, there's never time. I'm my own person. Okay, let me just say this. I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than any other female. I don't know what these other bitches really got going on, honestly. I don't hang out with them to really know how these females be for real. I just have a vague, distant understanding of these females, and I take them in pockets of conversation at the bar. I see them at the gym so I can get some observations, and I see shit on the internet. But otherwise, I have no idea how these females are in a relationship with you niggas. I don't have access to that. Only you know how she is in your relationship. I don't know her. I don't know how that is, how she is with you, because she's one way with me, but she's going to be a different way with you, my nigga. You know what I mean? Finely tailored to your personality, So you can't sit there and say, I'm her, and treat me the way, well, that's what dudes end up be doing. That's what a lot of people like. I become to blame for the last bitch you were with, so you just end up making me out to be the bad guy because you still haven't resolved the shit with your fucking ex. That's what I felt like Jonne did. I feel like Jonne made me like the person that he really hates, which is his baby mama. Like, I'm just now the effigy, the surrogate for his rage towards females, meaning his mother and his baby mama. But not even his mother, because he's just going to redirect all of that to somebody else. And you're never going to have a relationship. You're never going to resolve the issue. You're never going to resolve it. And now I feel a level of unresolved because I would love to have a conversation with Jonne. I want to talk to that motherfucker. That was always the goal. I just wanted to talk to him. That's literally it. The hanging out outside the bar is to provide a space to talk. Can't talk in that bar. It's so fucking loud. It wears my voice out. I have to scream over the music. So let's go someplace where we can talk. But we met at a bar and now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So then when are we going to talk, Jonne? Because that does involve getting to know somebody, talking. I want to ask you questions, you know what I mean, that I couldn't ask in the bar. So then that conversation never happens. Why? Because you don't want to have it. You don't want to have that conversation. And I need to understand why you don't want to have that conversation. Y'all are so fucking scared of a real conversation. Then you say, I'm just starting drama. No, you're just a puss-ass bitch, Jonne. You don't want to have a real conversation. That is the whole fucking issue here. The issue is not me getting fucked. The issue is not you sticking your dick in me or nah. The issue is you not being able to have a real conversation. You can't. So what are we doing? All this, let's hang out. Like, what does that fucking mean? What are we talking about? I just want to have a good time. I don't want to, you can't have a good time until you've resolved issues. You're acting like I'm creating issues. That's your gaslight. You're just creating issues. No, I think we need to talk about why you said I look like I need to be slapped around. I think that's worth a goddamn discussion. And you say, no, it's not. All we're talking about doing, Jonne, and Jonne is a symbol also. Jonne is talk about what you said. And you say there's nothing to talk about. Just move on. There's never anything to talk about. But you want to talk about what? What do you want to talk about? What is the point of talking? Because what are we talking about? You want to just say random facts like I'm here, I'm there, I'm eating this, I'm not eating this, I'm sleeping, I'm waking up. Okay. There's no content in your brain. There's no emotional disturbance that you feel like you need to discuss with me. So you don't think you're disturbed. That's my whole point. You don't think you're disturbed. You want to say things and do things that are behavior telling me you're disturbed, but you don't want to talk about what disturbs you. And that's my problem with you, because I can have that conversation. I am waiting to meet a dude who's brave enough, because you dudes are dealing with females who don't actually want to talk about what actually bothers you. She doesn't want to hear that. She wants to bitch about all this nonsensical shit, right? But so you need to have a conversation about something that she doesn't even want to hear about. So I'm over here saying I'm open to hearing it. I'm open to listening. Let's talk about that, what you actually are thinking, what you actually are feeling. And I'm open for that. And you always run away. Always, always, always. All I'm offering, dudes, is a conversation at this point. I'm not offering sex. Can we talk for... No. Talking, real talk. Fucking pussies. They'd rather stick their dick in me raw than talk to me. You're a pussy. Well, I just want to sleep next to you, because that was Jonne. I just want to sleep next to you. But can we talk? I understand you want to sleep next to me. Like, just go to sleep. But can we actually have a conversation? No, you can't do that. There's nothing to discuss. What is there to talk about then? See, then this is what y'all do. Well, we can talk. What is there to talk about? I mean, seriously, what is there to talk about? That's what I don't understand. I do not know what you people want to talk about. And I don't get it. Because the conversation never happens in real life. Those conversations of discussing issues and sharing our life stories, I see in written form in comment sections, people pour their heart out in comment sections anonymously. So what we're getting at is you want to be anonymous and talk to me. So you want to hide your identity and talk to me, but you can't show your face and talk to me. But as long as you remain anonymous, you feel safe. Because that's what the internet's for. You can anonymously, express yourself through spoken word or typed word. People share their whole life stories in comment sections, but you don't see their face. Or they make a video, but you can't do that face to face with somebody that you meet. Like a bitch can get up here and tell her sexual trauma story, but she can't have that conversation face to face. So that's my main frustration, just at the bottom of the pile. I just, can't have a real fucking conversation with a nigga. I mean, yeah, I want to be able to vibe, yeah. But I mean, there's clearly some things that you need to talk about. Like, you're clearly traumatized, and if I care, and I do care, I need you to tell me, because that's how I connect with you. I can't connect with you if you keep your traumas hidden from me. That's what these dudes don't be understanding. Of course, I just want to have a good time with you. No fucking shit. But clearly you have some disturbances in your soul that you need to get off your chest. And there's no way we can have any level of connection or relationship if you, as the male, do not share and open yourself up to me. We're talking about emotional intimacy. You have to share yourself with me. That's how I can connect with you. You can't connect with me, a woman, when you don't open yourself up to me. And I'm open to hearing it. It's not like I'm putting a wall up and I say, I don't want to hear your emotions. I'm very open to hearing a male's emotions. That's what I'm there to do, to connect with your emotional field. That's the connection between a man and a woman. That's where the intimacy is emotional. If there's no emotional intimacy, there is no intimacy. I have not met a man who wants, I have not met a male, aka a man, meaning someone who wants emotional intimacy with me. They just want the physical intimacy. That's not good enough, dude. That's not a relationship. That's not a connection. What's the point if you're not sharing your soul with me? What's the fucking point of that? What kind of empty ass, lame ass shit is that? Like, seriously, how's anybody out here celebrating a soulless connection? Because that's what the culture is. Yeah, let's celebrate fucking and, just having sex and flings, and it's fun. There ain't nothing fun about a soulless connection. People out here gaslighting for real. Oh, I just love be out here meeting people that I don't really connect with. Yeah, that's great fun. No, it's not. Have fun being alone then. I mean, I have emotional intimacy with a comic because I'm able to speak to her and express myself to her, and her vice versa. I just don't have that with a dude. That's it. I would love to share myself like that with a dude. I mean, whatever, share everything with him. That's the point. But he can't do that with me. So it's a one-way street for me. Goodbye. You know what I mean? And it's like the Jonne, it comes full circle because I ask him, what do I have to do to get you to express how you feel, Jonne? Because nothing works. He projected that onto me. And that was his opening line, basically. What do I got to do to get you to express yourself? I'm the express yourself queen. What do I got to get you to do to express yourself, Jonne? Because you got a lot of shit you holding in, boo. But you ain't going to express yourself to me, the one who's open to hearing you. So, it's never me. It'll be someone else, right? You're just going to move on to her. You'll tell her about it. Never me, though, the one who's right here waiting. And you came up to me, And that's fine. Move on down the road. I'll just say there's no loss there. You'll go express how you feel to her then. Awesome. Because what was available to you, you said, fuck you too. So there's somebody else there waiting on you, right? For you to do that with, because that's what you're telling yourself. Well, I don't need to express myself to you, Jonne, because there'll be someone else I can do that with. Cool. Then go do that to her then, and don't come back. Right? Because you said what I was offering you wasn't necessary. It wasn't even needed, So, okay. You didn't need somebody to listen to you. So I don't know why you walked up to me to speak to me, because you were talking to me. I had my earphones in and you were emphasizing the need for me to listen to you. So when I took them out, then you want to act like you don't need me to listen to you. Okay. You don't need anything from me. So why do you keep approaching something you don't even need, Johnny? Symbol and reality. Don't approach me when you don't need me. Because what you ain't going to do is latch on to me, then tell me and act like you don't need me while you're sitting next to me. Is not what we're going to do. Bitch, I'm holistic and I'm all or nothing. If you're going to act like you don't need me, you don't need me. Goodbye. Well, you'll really not have me at all. You don't get to have me in your phone acting like you don't really need me, but I'm just supposed to hang out in your phone. I'll have you delete my number and block me, bitch. I don't motherfucking care. I'll get you to delete my number, because you're not going to keep me in your phone as something you can just call on, not because you need nothing from me, but it's just like you there, you just there, just something, I'm not going to be treated as just something. So delete my number from your motherfucking phone and block my motherfucking, no, just delete my damn number. Don't block me, bitch. Just delete me. Okay. I've deleted your number. It is not on my phone. Text Now is not on my phone. All them crazy numbers I was texting from, Text Now. That's what it is. It's an app. It's not my number. Just download the app. You too can have 3,000 numbers to text somebody with when you got some shit to say. I deleted the app. I'm not texting him. He don't need me. Okay. You don't need me, then you ain't on my phone. Because people like to keep you in their life and then act like they don't really need you. Like, man, I don't really need you. Like, well, you cool and all, but you like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'll hit on you every now and again, but it's not like that, like I don't really need you for nothing. You don't mean that much to me, what I mean? Hence needing, needing, desire, interest, what you mean to them, value. It's all one and the same energy. Do I need you? Do I value? Do I desire you? It's all one and the same. Do you matter to me? All one and the same energy. You can just use need, value, desire, want, one and the same energy. So you want to act like all, yeah, you ain't, I mean, you all right, cool. I mean, so why keep me around then? If you don't need me, you don't need me. And I'm okay with saying deuces, bitch. I agree. I don't argue with that. I don't beg you to need me. If you're telling me with your behavior and maybe your words, which is in behavior, if you're telling me you don't need me, I have no problem saying being a ghost and make that absolute. You're not going to keep me around, keep me in your phone, just as a number that you hit up every now and again, whenever it's convenient. I'm not a goddamn Circle K. A convenience store, whenever you have a little inkling for just a little snack, it's not like the main anything, I'll hit you up. I don't need you in my life. I don't need you in my life. And that's what I felt Johnny was trying to do. Like, just keep me as a Circle K option. Just an option 7, 9, 35. Bitch, I ain't no option. So just delete. That's what I set up. I'm telling y'all. And I'm telling me, and I told Okama this. This is what I do. If I feel a dude is making me an option, he can delete my number, bitch. Don't keep me in your phone. That's on number one, bitch. Day one. Like, I don't wait 10 days to make that decision. I make that decision immediately. The moment I feel I'm just an option to you, I don't drag it out just to see. I don't need that in my life. Oh, a hot guy wants to keep me on his phone, because that's the idea, right? Just a hot guy has me locked into his phone. So we've discussed this yesterday, but we're going to make sure we get the point. Like, I feel privileged that this dude I'm a part of, it's that harem mind. I should be feeling privileged that he chose me. That's that pick me energy. I'm privileged that hot Johnny, look at him. It's the look at him. That's what gets you. It could be her, but I'm a female and I'm not a lesbian. So in this case, it's look at him. He's interested in me. So the pick me energy starts to fucking, start rolling around. He picked me. I'm honored that he picked me. Yeah, I would be honored if he actually picked me. There is an honor that comes into being chosen by somebody, and then you choose them too, because it's a mutual choosing. There is a natural honor as a woman when a man chooses you and I choose him. But what's not honorable is when he's choosing to place me in a basket with a bunch of other bitches that he's also chosen. And he just cycles through them bitches. That's not, I'm not an extra in a Drake video. You know what I mean? Oh my God. That is my biggest nightmare, is to be a part of a dude's harem. If I sense and smell that you got a harem, I'm out of there. You can have your harem, bitch, and forget about me. Forgot about Dre, bitch. And I dead ass mean that shit. And I felt, and I told Okama this, I felt that Johnny was trying to put me in his little motherfucking harem. And I was supposed to be so honored that goddamn Johnny, chose me because he's so hot, So you should always feel honored when the hot jock picks you, when you're the nerd in high school, right? He chose me. He's been fucking all them cheerleaders, but he picked me, the nerd. It's not an honor, girl. I feel disrespected. I'm still dealing with this, by the way. I'm still bothered by this. Obviously, I'm still talking about it. I'm not over it yet, guys and gals. It's making me not excited to go out this weekend, meaning not interested. Because I'm just like, I just don't want to be meeting another dude who wants to put me in his phone to make me a part of his harem. No, you can have her and her. I'm the queen of that. I don't fight other bitches for your cock. That's what dudes love. They want me to fight to become number one in his life by the competition he sets you up in. So now you have to do Fight Club with all the other females for his attention. Hell to the nah, girl. The moment I feel me being set up for that, I gotta go. I refuse. You can have her and her and her. Have her. That's pretty gay. It really bothers me. It bothers me that a dude would want to set me up in that energy, Johnny. I don't do jealousy games. That's fucking gay. You trying to get two bitches to fight over you? It's pretty fucking gay. And that's immature as fuck, dude. How old are you? I want to see what happens when two females are fighting over me. You're not even in it. You're not even doing that for the sake of you're not even into females. You just like females. It's a narcissistic thing for you. It's just a feeding. You don't care about any of those females. You just like the idea of it's a importance thing. I'm just important if they're fighting over me. Not because you want to be with any of them. That's Drake energy. Drake doesn't give a fuck about the only female Drake, and I dead ass mean this shit, literally. The only female Drake wants to be with for real is Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Minaj does not want to be with him. You know why? Because she knows what he does. She knows that Drake will set up a competition for her to have to compete with another female the moment she gives in, so she just does not consent. That's why there's always this ongoing thing of Drake and motherfucking Nicki Minaj, because that's what Drake is. I'll make you jealous for me. Why can't you just be with me? Is the vibe. Why are you so corny? How about you just be with me? Why do you need to make me jealous of another female just to be with you? Just be with me, nigga. Why do you need to set up a competition with me and another female over your cock? What's your end goal? I'm serious. I understand you wanting me to fight another female for your dick, but what is your end goal for either of us? Nothing. That's why females who compete over cock are fucking idiots, because he doesn't care at all about either of you. You think that if you just compete with her for him, when he grants you the winner, you've won something. You've won nothing. He doesn't give a fuck. Because a man who wants to be with you would just be with you. He would just, seriously, it's a straight line. If I want to be with you, I'm with you. It's a straight line. It's not, if I want to be with you, I'm going to make you fight her for my attention to decide who I'm going to be with. That's not anything. Why are you having to compete? Is he really into you, sis? Why are you competing for him? Why are you competing against other females for his attention. Is he really into you? He knows who he's into. That's the point. He's not confused. He's not confused about which female he's really into. So if he's making you feel like there's other females that he's into to get you to like do something because it'll spawn your competitive pick-me spirit that every female suffers from because of childhood trauma, daddy's attention, you know what I mean? He's not into you, sis. Because if I'm into you, I'm into you. It's simple. So a dude who's making it complicated, like it's just complicated to just be with you like regular, he's not that into you, sis. Even I know that. That's why I've been saying the whole time, Jonne was never into me. He was a sexual troll. Does that hurt my feelings? Based off of principle of don't waste my time, yes, but holistically, no. That's a reflection of him, not me. Him not being interested in me is not a reflection of me. He's not interested in anyone. Are people out here crying when somebody's not interested in them? I promise you I'm not. I'm crying because you approached me and wasted my time. That's what I'm crying about. I'm crying because I gave a fuck about somebody who wasted my time for an hour. I value my life that much that I'll cry over an hour that I lost. So I don't ever waste my time. This is still about time valuing. We don't want to waste a drop of our life. People will want you to waste a drop of your life. And it's up to you to determine that. And time wasters love telling you how much your time is worth. Bitch, down to the millisecond, I run my life like a CEO. CEO energy of my life. Like, don't waste 5 seconds of my time. I'm out of here. You do what needs to be done. And if you're here to play games with me, I'm out of this bitch. That's Don Dada boss motherfucking energy. Don't waste my time. People will waste your time if you let them. And if you don't value your fucking life, then you'll let them waste your time. So yeah, I've cried real tears. Because, wow. But I'm not over here crying because Johnny's not interested in me. Whoop-de-doo. That's so offensive. Jonne likes to see bitches fight over him. I felt that. Because when you tell a female, I'm not interested in you, the idea is there's somebody out there that you are interested in and I need to compete with her. And who is that? Believe me, bitch, Jonne, let me tell you something, Jonne. Whatever female you are interested in, and what I mean by that is the bitches that you've been communicating with on Snapchat that you find more interesting than me. This is my point to you, Jonne. Since you knew that when you walked into the bar, why bother approaching me? Obviously, I'm not anybody you're interested in because I'm not the bitches on Snapchat that you communicate with and whatever other social media platform you utilize to exchange nudes. So don't waste my time pretending to be interested in me to then tell me later, I'm not interested in you. Clearly, I'm not the bitch you're interested in and I'm not the bitch you're looking for. But why did you approach me, Jonne, looking like you were looking for me? I'm not the bitch you were looking for. That's what I told you. I'm not a hoe. I'm not a pick me. So no, you weren't looking for me, Jonne. So why were you looking for me? See, Jonne has to figure out why he was looking for me. He wants me to act like I have to figure out why I wasn't looking for him. But no, he needs to figure out why he was looking for me. He also needs to figure out why he fucking approached me when he wasn't interested in me, because I'm not a Snapchat whore. And that's who he knew he was into when he walked into the bar. Like when you walk into a bar, you know who you're attracted to. And Jonne was not attracted to me. So why would you approach somebody you're not attracted to? I'm not a pick me. I'm never competing with any other female. If you tell me this is the type of female I'm into, I'm not going to change myself into that person for you to like me. Oh, well, you'll go like her. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to change myself into who I see you liking, because that's what everyone's doing out here. That's why everyone looks the same. You're trying to be somebody that you think he or she will like. So you copied that other person to be that person. by dress, by what you see them do as activities, what you see them eating. You're trying to become another person for that other person's attraction or affection. And you think, or you know that they're attracted to that person over there. So you're like, well, let me copy what they're doing so I can get that person's interest. It's about getting their interest, right? That's what starts the whole thing. The interest, or what I like to call attraction. What's the difference between interest and attraction? To say I'm attracted to you, to say I'm interested in you, is it not the same thing? No, it's not, of course, according to Jonne. I wasn't interested in you. Yeah, you were. That's not me deluding myself. If you weren't interested in me, you would have never walked up to me. Once again, I'm not doing these gaslight games that just cause other things to happen. That's why you have to nip it in the bud, because these little things that people say to you last a lifetime. These little things these people do to you keep going and going until you nip it in the bud. Because you'll start altering your life because of them being in your energy field. You'll start changing your behavior. And I've already noted my behavior has changed since I met Jonne, hence why I have a shaved head. I'm not complaining. Cause and effect, you know. I know when somebody's affected me. I don't fight it. You can get affected or you can get infected. Is there a difference? How do you infect? Let's look up that word because it only ever has a negative connotation. Infect. Because for me, infect means you go inside me. To me, the word affect sounds more topical, like a tap. Infect sounds like you go in me. Which would I prefer? You going on top of me or in me? Let's see what Webster says. Okay. Infect simply means affect with a disease-causing organism. Affect with a virus. And what is a disease-causing organism? And what is a virus but you or me? What is a virus? Let's look at the technical definition, because I'm saying that I have a virus and it's called Jonne. I have been affected by his energy, right? When somebody's energy affects you, did they not infect you with a virus, meaning them? An infectious microbe that replicates only inside the living cells of an organism. Okay, so that implies something physical, right? So where are emotions? When somebody affects you emotionally, are they not infecting your molecular matter? Because where do your emotions live? Where? So I'm saying that emotions are a virus. And I'm saying that emotions are a virus, and virus is emotional. That affects you and that infects you on a molecular level. So I would say that, yes, I am currently infected right now with a virus, and that virus is called Jonne. Yeah, I would say so. And how do you get rid of it? How do you get rid of the virus once you've been infected? Maybe you don't. Maybe it just mutates. And I feel like I'm just mutating, honestly. I feel like ever since I started going out, April 15th, that I've been infected and I just keep mutating and I just can't stop. There's this feeling where I just can't put the brakes on anymore. I feel like I have no longer any control. Any element of control I felt I had is gone. And it's been gone for a few months now, where I'm just going and I can't stop doing what I'm doing, no matter what it is. Mutation. How long does mutation go on for? When does mutation stop, bruh? Let's ask Google. When does mutation end? When does mutation end? What is mutation? Okay, let's just define it thanks to Google. Mutate, change, or cause to change in form or nature. So yeah, I'm mutating. I have mutated from my molecular level. Physically, have mutated. Physically, I have changed. My physical body has changed in the last few months since I started going out and meeting guys. I have been affected. My eating habits have been affected. It's not just because I have the goal in my mind to do it. We like to think that it's just our sheer determination that's causing something to happen. No, we are constantly being affected by our environment. And what is our environment but the people in it that are shaping us? And how are they shaping us? The people in our environment. It's hard. It's so many. It's so overlapping. It's so overlapping. Yeah. So I'm mutating and going through changes, and it's not stopping. When is this going to stop? Who knows? Am I going to land on something? Because I feel the mutation in me happening very rapidly. It's not like I'm going through slow, progressive changes over the last few months. I've gone through many rapid growth changes. And, I feel it happening even now. I don't know where this is going for me when it comes to my personal transformation. I have no idea because I have no end goal. I just know that I'm in it. I'm not thinking about it. I don't have a goal of what I'm going to look like. I don't have a goal of what I'm going to feel like. I just know I'm inside it, and that's all that I know. I have no goals. For the record. And if you haven't noticed, not that this matters to anyone watching, I'm wearing sweatpants. And this is the first time I've worn sweatpants at night in, a long time. That's how the air feels. So it's a definite temperature drop. I'm almost cold. Very strange. I wonder what's going on in the world for it to be this chilly outside. I don't know. I'm not looking at the news or the weather. I just know I'm here. That's all I know. And there's my cat. And I got to go for a walk. And I don't know what's going to happen, man. But I feel something is definitely changing right now. Like, not just with me. I feel it bigger than me. I feel my own personal change, but I feel it connected molecularly, atomically to something bigger. The molecule can feel what it's attached to when it bonds. And then there's so many molecules, and it makes up one organism, and it can feel that whole organism as the smallest cell. I don't just feel my small self. I feel the whole thing as the small thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm attached to it, bruh. Air molecules are me, and I am attached to air. So I'm attached to all this shit, bro. It sticks to me. Air sticks to me. Water sticks to me, and I stick to it. I stick to it. The sun sticks to me. I stick to the sun. You feel me? You stick to me. I stick to you. You affect me. I affect you. Yeah. Period. That's how this works. There's no escaping it. There is not a single fucking person on this fucking earth who's doing something right now just because they want to do it. And it's some singular focus of their sheer will and determination to do that. Anyone who's saying that is a pure liar. So many people go into, and so many phenomena go into making you do one thing. I know this because that's how I shaved my head. A lot of things went into that moment. But when you watch it happen, it looks like it's just so simple. Like, you could have done that at any time. No, I couldn't have. I could have only shaved my head in that exact moment because I needed all of that environmental push to get me to fucking do it. It is not my sheer determination that makes me do anything. It's an environmental push that drives me. Period. I don't fight the environment. And that goes into when we say things like letting go of trying to control everything, we're talking about our environment. People say that as if it's some philosophy, like let go. It's not a philosophy, it's a fact, like motherfucking let go. That means let go of your brain, because your brain is what's trying to control everything. You're thinking, you're trying to control shit by thinking, and you're not accomplishing anything that you think you're doing at all. You're not. You just think that you are. That's the fucking problem. You think you're accomplishing what you're thinking, but you're not actually accomplishing it. You're not letting your senses rule you. You know, your senses know what to do. Your mouth, your eyes, your nose know how to guide you. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about your nose smelling. You don't have to think about your eyes seeing. You don't have to think about your ears hearing. They are already doing that for you, thinking. They're processing information for you. Your nose is processing, your eyes are processing, your mouth is processing, your ears are processing, and your skin's processing. You don't got to think about it, boo. It's feeling what it's feeling, so it knows what to do. You feel and you respond to the feeling. That's instinct. You have to feel to know what to do. If you cannot feel, that's your first message to tell you what to do, is what you feel, and then you do. I feel cold, I put on a jacket. I feel hungry, I eat. I feel tired, I sleep. Something simple like that. My feeling tells me what to do. That's simple shit. I feel to say this to you, so I open my mouth and say it. I feel you, so I know what to do. That goes into people. You have to feel people to know what to do with them, for them, to them. It's the to, the for, and the when for me. You know, you have to feel them to know what to do. You have to feel them to know what to say. You have to feel them to know, what to do. You just have to feel them to know what you're going to do. You have to feel them. And sometimes you have to feel beyond what you hear them say, which is feeling. Yes, you have to feel them for you to know how to deal with them. That's just a fact. I'm not saying this because I'm a success story. I'm just stating facts. That's what makes you a good mother. You have to feel your child to know what to give them. You don't read a book. If you're reading a book on how to be a mother, you're not a good mother, bro. To be a good mother, all of your senses should be operating at full capacity to know what your child needs, because you're their mother. If you need a book to tell you that, you're not here, bro. You're not living. The whole point of this, and I gotta go, is to be in your body, feeling. Nobody can teach you that. That's telling you what to do. Your own body is a computer telling you what you need to do. Nobody else can tell you that but you. Like, you are your body. You are your feelings. My feelings, my senses, sensing. My 5 senses, my feelings, tell me what to do. I don't need to look that up. At all. That's how you're a good mother. Motherly, they say instincts. Y'all ain't got no instincts for anything. And I gotta go. Come on, y'all. Get it together. I can't give you, let me just say this. If you ain't got instincts to follow, I cannot teach you instincts. That's what makes you good at everything. Everything you can be good at with instinct. And what I mean by everything, living, bitch. Instinct reigns supreme. Somebody taught you otherwise. Your instincts. Nobody can tell you what your instincts are. Your YOUR belonging only to you. They're yours. Nobody can take them from you. The only way they can take you, the only way I can take your instincts from you is to teach you to not follow them. And that already happened to you. So now we're just trying to reverse that, bro. You've already been taught not to use your instincts. You've been taught that, and you've not really ever used them because you were taught not to. So all you got to do is stop doing that, and now you're back to instinct. Doesn't take a lot to get back to instinct. Instincts are already there. You're just thinking about them too much. Quit thinking about your instincts. Instincts are instincts. You don't think. You don't think about it. And we've been taught that our instincts are wrong. Don't follow your instincts. That's all we have to make us intelligent. That's God design. God designed our instincts. That's God's giving us intelligence. Somebody out here said, fuck God's intelligence, meaning fuck God's design of our intelligence, meaning God gave us instincts to use them. That's God's design of intelligence. There's God's design of intelligence, and then there's somebody else's design of intelligence, and that's what we're living now. It's called thinking. The thinking. Somebody thought that thinking was the smart thing to do. And now look at us. All of the things that we live now is because somebody thought to do it. Everything that we've lived has been designed by somebody thinking. Everything was designed by thinking. And then it doesn't work, and we say, well, that was a dumb idea. Let's try this. And here comes the next thinker. And we've been doing the think-a-thoning for 10,000 years with no instincts involved. Enough with the thinking. Enough with the brains and the big brains thinking about what we need to do. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to live in my instincts, basic instinct over here with no panties on, bitch. And you're going to be over there with your high heels, your suit and tie, with your big ass brain, thinking, and never solving the problem. Okay. I got to go. I got to go for a walk.